the older you get, the more you start to realize this. You start to realize that nobody cares about you. And you starting to feel alone. Things ain't the same no more. Things ain't how they used to be anymore. You start to realize that the love is not there no more. The same love that you thought that was there, the same friendships that you were hoping on and wishing that it would get better, you start to realize that it's not there anymore. And then you start to wonder about your life. You've been working for the system for so long, then you start to realize, and then it's too late. You start to see that nobody is coming to save you. And I know that's a sad thing to say. You was wishing and hoping for somebody to really just care. And it seems like the older you get, the more and more society treats you like you're useless. And then, if you have kids or anything like that, some kids want to put their parents in a nursing home. In my opinion, I don't think that's right. I think you should try to fend for your parents as much as you can, because they fend for you when you were younger. That's just my opinion. That's here nor there. But in reality, you start to just see things for what they are. Because everything comes with experience. Now you experience life and you start to realize that these same relationships ain't worth it no more. The same things you used to do, it's not worth it no more. You going with the program, you feel like you're not even going to waste your time. Have you noticed that? I noticed this a lot. The same things I used to do, just stuff in general. I be thinking like it's not even worth my time no more. You start to value your time, and you start to just realize that this is a cold world and you don't know what's going on in this world. Things are getting scarier. Things are getting crazy. And then you see that they're trying to just take everything away from the senior citizens. They trying to push the retirement age rate up. They've been talking about that for a long time. And it just seems like once you retire, they just don't care about you no more. And it's a sad thing. There's a lot of people out there that's sad about this situation. They feel like, what are they going to do? They've been working their whole life just for you to raise the age. They want people to just work until they're 90. If you make it to see 90. But if you made it to see 90, you're blessed. But a lot of people, they won't. And that's, unfortunately, a sad thing to say. And a lot of people will. But it's just terrifying to even think about it, though. Because we always worry about right now. We don't never worry about after the fact. And that's why it seems like your future doesn't even matter no more. You've been feeling like it's too late for so long. You've been living with regrets. You've been giving up hope. Because as you start to see, as you start to open your eyes, when you're older, you're starting to realize Don't nobody care about me? Ain't nobody coming to save me? And then you're more alone than ever. But being alone, it's really not a bad thing. If you can work on yourself and it keeps the peace, what's the matter with being alone? Some people enjoy being alone. Some people can't stand to be alone. Some people would rather live in misery than being alone. And that's the shocking part about it. A lot of people want to feel validated, but you don't have to be validated all the time. It's okay. It's okay that you didn't reach your goals today. It's okay. Long as you can try again tomorrow. The sad thing is that you just give up hope when you get older. And you know your body don't work the same way it used to. You can't play basketball like you used to. So you start to feel lost. You don't get calls from family and friends no more. They start calling you unk, old man, or old lady. And it's just terrifying. But don't let that stop you though. Because this is what I want to say. You can still make a difference. Even when you thought you didn't have time and you're noticing that nobody is coming to save you and nobody cares about you because the world is cold. They only care when it's beneficial to them. But it's been like that forever. And I don't know if it's going to ever change. So, you can't control that. You can't control who's there for you. You can't control who's not there for you. So always remember that. You got to stop falling for the same words that they're telling you, that they're going to do right. They're going to make it better. They're going to make changes. Sometimes you start to realize that things ain't never what they seem. You know that term, actions always speak louder than words. And that's true. But remember this, actions never lie. No matter what, actions will never lie. Words will lie. But actions, it never lie to you. So when you start to sense that those same phone calls that you used to receive when people used to pretend like they care and check on you, and the reason I say pretend like they care is because you don't get those calls no more. You thought they cared so much. You're starting to see that they don't care as much as you thought they did. So you have to live life. Life goes on. And sometimes you need to just sense these things. You need to experience these things in life. It took you so long to experience this. Now you feel like it's too late. And I know the sooner, the better. But it's never too late for you. I'm starting to see older people turn it around. I'm starting to see older people doing the same things that the younger people are doing. And they doing it better. So this could be a blessing in disguise. You finally finding out who you are at a later age. And then you just tired of this chaos in the world, right? You tired of everything that's going on. So you try to keep yourself occupied. So you can take your mind off things like that. Or sometimes you just want to exist. There's nothing wrong with that. There's no goal or no age limit at what time you're supposed to be at where you want to be at. Stop listening to that. You too old or you too young to do whatever you want to do. Don't let that stop you. Look at Mr. Tenderism. He got more fans than everybody. And he got to be what? In his late 60s, early 60s, probably 70s. Greatness doesn't have no time frame. So take your time. What's the rush? A lot of people got to go back and do things over because they're rushing. Stop rushing. Take your time. And you get better with time. That's what they say. You're just finding you. You're reinventing yourself. What's wrong with reinventing yourself? Nobody's perfect. And it's just so much that's going on. And then it seems like the older you get, the more and more your bills never stop. But they cut your pay in half. You're not letting it get to you no more. And that's the good part. And the sad part is that your own job that you dedicated your life to want to cut your pension. Why? They just don't care. But it don't even matter. Because nobody got you how you got you. So listen to that. It's never too late to do what you want to do. Some people had dreams. Look at Samuel Jackson. He became an actor in his 40s. If he would have thought, like, maybe I'm too old, he would have never became one of the best actors ever. So stop worrying about that. And I know there's so much negativity surrounding you, but they don't like it now. A lot of people are starting to do things that a lot of people didn't think you can do. You're not being fooled no more. You're waking up and you're realizing that nobody cares. The younger generation don't seem to have respect for the older generation. They'll just cuss out an old person like they just somebody on the street. And it's a respect thing. Because, you know, I'm getting older, right? And I realize things about respect. And I didn't used to think about this, right? I see, like, the younger generation, right? If I see, like, a young guy, right? And he speak to me. And he say, "What up, gang?" And stuff like that. I would be like, wow. Why I gotta be all that? But on the other hand, if a young guy speak and he say, "What's going on, sir?" I'm gonna look at that like, that's a sign of respect. But a lot of people lost that. So if you have a sign of respect, don't lose that. Because everything is about respect. You show respect, you get respect back. It ain't what you do, it's how you do it. So that's my message to y'all. And sometimes realizing that nobody really cares, nobody's coming to save you, you're more better off.